Hello and welcome to another video, and as you can see by this title, we'll be creating UI sound effects from items that I have around the house. Also, the mic and handheld recorder that I'll be using to capture these sounds will be my NTG4 and my H4n Pro. But I also want to say, if you are starting out or are interested in creating sound design and you don't have any type of these microphones or handheld recorders, there is nothing wrong with using your phone to capture these sounds. I would highly recommend to use your phone, as it's great for practice, and sometimes you can't always have the perfect microphone or handheld recorder. Sometimes it is just more convenient and quicker to use your phone to capture these sounds. I'll also be breaking down on how I record, edit and process the sounds, which the end result will sound something like this. Here are some of the source sounds that I've recorded for the start of the UI sound recording process. After recording the sounds and editing and picking the sounds that I like, we now move on to the processing section. The first processing that I'll be adding to the recording is pitch modulation. There are loads of free and pay for pitch modulation that you can get, but my favorite that I'm going to use for this one in particular is Little Altar Boy from Sound Toys. But alternatively, if you are using Reaper, then you can use the pitch modulation, which is free, that comes with a DAW. Here's a quick example of how I use the modulation plugin. You could modulate it with an LFO, but I like to do the method of manual to get the desired sound. Here's a quick look at the sound with the modulation added. When it comes to adding effects layers, I'm beginning to mess around with the processing of the sound. This is the perfect opportunity to start experimenting and see what works. Also, another thing I like to do is set up and arm a second track to record the output of a track that we are affecting, building the UI sound effect. Now I have a few ideas ready. Let's start building an interesting UI sound. Here are the ones that I've chosen that don't have any processing on. With this type of UI sound, you could go with something like this if you wanted something more natural sounding, and then add maybe some EQ and some compression for a bit more depth and color to the UI. But for me, let's go all in with the processing and let's see what we can come up with when we start experimenting. Here's a quick overview of all the layers that I've used for building the UI sound, which has a low, mid and a high with all the effects that I've used to get the desired UI sound. And here's what it sounds like when it's all brought together. And with an hour of just experimenting with different plugins, here's all of the UI sounds that I've managed to come up with. And that's it for another video. If you did enjoy what you've seen, it'd be great if you could like, subscribe, and comment down below on what other sounds that I could do or what I could have done better, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.